In this video, we're going to learn about matrix multiplication. So we can add matrices in a fairly straightforward way and subtract them. Multiplication is quite different. We don't simply multiply corresponding terms. Now, multiplication with matrices actually means something quite specific when it comes to transformations. A couple of videos back, we looked at the fact that matrices change 2D or even 3D space. And when you multiply matrices, you're essentially combining different transformations. So there is a method for multiplying these, which I'll demonstrate now. The method is this, and it's something that I would not suggest trying to learn any kind of rule for, but try to kind of understand it almost in your body first. It can be helpful to actually get fingers onto the page, which is hard for me to demonstrate here, but I'll try to make this as easy as possible. The first cell of our matrix is going to be 1 times 3 plus minus 1 times minus 2. So you're working left to right in the first matrix and row by row, and you're working down and left to right in the next one. So 1 times 3 plus minus 1 times minus 2. So that's 3 plus 2. The next cell, you keep working across the top row, but now you move down the right-hand column here. So it's 1 times 5 plus negative 1 times 0. Now, the next cell down here, you move down a row here and back to column 1 here. 2 times 3 plus 1 times minus 2. And the final cell here, you're working across the bottom row here and the right-hand column. 2 times 5 plus 1 times 0. And so our answer here is 5, 5, 4, 10. And that's the product of these two matrices. If you followed that, well done. Try this one. If not, I'll work through this. But if you did get it, pause the video and try yourself. So we're working across the top row first, left to right, and the left-hand column here. So 4 times 1 plus 0 times 2. Now I keep on the top row here and I move over to the right-hand column. 4 times 2 plus 0 times negative 3. Now I shift down to the next row. Minus 2 times 1 plus minus 1 times 2. And then I stay on the bottom row here, move over to the right-hand column, minus 2 times 2, and minus 1 times minus 3. And so the answer here is 4, 8, minus 4, minus 1. Now, a very, very important property of matrices, which makes them a little bit counterintuitive, is the following. Let's just take these two matrices here and reverse their order. So rather than this matrix times this matrix, it's this one times this one. Well, surely that's going to be the same. Well, let's have a look. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 5 times 2, which is 10. 3 times minus 1, plus 5 times 1. Minus 2 times 1, plus 0 times 2, and minus 2 times minus 1, plus 0 times 1. And what we've got is a matrix which is absolutely nothing like the one we had before. So this is the really counterintuitive property of matrix multiplication. If you reverse the order, you get a completely different matrix. Now, that is called, or rather, it's a lack of something called commutativity. They are non-commutative. If two mathematical objects are commutative, it means you can flip the order around and it doesn't change it. So in the rest of mathematics, many of the things you know are commutative. For example, addition with numbers is commutative. 7 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 7. Multiplication with numbers is commutative. 7 times 2 is the same as 2 times 7. But not everything is commutative. Subtraction is not commutative. So 7 minus 2 is obviously not the same as 2 minus 7. And division is also not commutative. So 7 divided by 2 is not the same as 2 divided by 7. And powers as well. 7 to the power of 2 is not the same as 2 to the power of 7, and so on. So you're already familiar with lots and lots of non-commutative operations. It just turns out that multiplication is non-commutative in matrix world. Okay, let's have a look at some little interesting cases. Now, here I've got a 2 by 3 matrix. I'm going to try to multiply it by a 2 by 2. So if I follow a similar logic to before, it would be 1 times 2 plus 0 times 1 plus minus 2 times, there's nothing there for me to multiply by. And that's actually a problem. And what it actually means is you cannot multiply these two matrices. Now, the reason for that is we've got a 2 by 3 matrix here, and we're trying to multiply that by a 2 by 2 matrix here. And the crucial feature that you need in order for multiplication with matrices to be possible is you need this dimension here to match this dimension here. So the number of columns of the matrix on the left must match the number of rows on the right. So if I was to actually swap these round and do 2, 4, 1, 0, multiplied by 1, 0, minus 2, 2, 3, 0, this is actually okay. I can multiply these because the number of columns here matches the number of rows here. Let's see what we get. It's 2 times 1 plus 4 times 2. And then next cell along is 2 times 0 plus 4 times 3. And then it's 2 times minus 2 plus 4 times 0. And then the next row down, 1 times 1 plus 0 times 2. And then it's 1 times 0 plus 0 times 3. And it's 1 times minus 2 plus 0 times 0. And so the answer there is another 2 by 3 matrix. It's 10, 12, negative 4, 1, 0, minus 2. So that's it. The key fact is that the number of columns on the left must match the number of rows on the right. So if you think you've got that, try these two ones here. Okay, so I'm going to do these ones slightly faster, and in the end we're working towards this sort of thing. 1 times 4, which is 4, plus 0 times 0, plus negative 2 times 2. So that is 4 minus 4, it's 0. Next one along, it's minus 2, plus 0, minus 6. Minus 2 minus 6 is minus 8. Next, it's 8, 2 times 4, plus 0, plus 0, so 8. And then it's minus 4, minus 3, plus 0, so minus 7. And we are done. So notice that we actually ended up here with a 2 by 2 matrix. Now go back here. When I multiplied these two, I ended up with another 2 by 3 matrix, but in this case, when it looked like I had more, I ended up with a 2 by 2. What's actually going on here is that the dimensions of your final matrix is just simply the height of this one and the width of this one. You need the width of this one to match the height of this one, but that doesn't actually affect the size of your final matrix. Here, it was that we ended up with this because we had the height of this one and the width of this one, and that's what gave us a 2 by 3 matrix there. Okay, let's try this one. Again, pause the video and try yourself. We get -3 plus 4 plus 1. So -3 plus 4 is -3 plus 4 is 1, plus another one is 2. Then I've got 0, -1, -2 gets me -3. On the next row, 0, -4 plus 2 is -2, and 0 plus 1 -4 is -3. And there's our matrix. Okay, a couple of 3 by 3s. These ones are quite kind of fiddly to work out. By the way, don't stress, in the next video I'm going to show you how to do all of this on the calculator, but you should know how to do it because sometimes it's not possible to do it on the calculator. So the process here is 1 times 4 plus 0 plus 0. So we've got 4 there. Then it's -1 plus 2 plus 0. So -1 plus 2 is 1. Now the last one here is across the top and down here. So -2 plus 4 plus 0, and that's 2. Okay, next row. 0 plus 0 plus 0. Then it's 0 -1 plus 3, and that's 2. And then it's 0 -2 plus 1 -1. Third row, we've got 12 plus 0 plus 0. Next, it's -3 plus 0 -3. And finally, -6 plus 0 -1. So -7. And it is difficult not to make mistakes on those, so take care when you're doing them, or just do them with a calculator. Let's run through this one quickly. Again, pause the video, try this one for yourself. We get 0, 3 plus 8 is 11. 0 -3, 0. Then 0, 6 plus 2 is 8. Next row. 1 plus 5 plus 0 is 6. 3 -5 plus 0 -2. And 0 plus 10 plus 0 is 10. Last row. 1 -1 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 1 plus 0 is 4. And finally, 0 -2 plus 0 is -2. And that's multiplication of 3 by 3 matrices. Okay, let's just try a little problem here that's not just multiplying them out. So m is 3a minus 4b. Given that m squared is I, find the values of a and b. Okay, a lot going on there. M squared is just m times m, and I is the identity matrix. Recall from our introduction video that that was the matrix 1, 0, 0, 1. It's the matrix that does nothing. So what we have is 3a minus 4b multiplied by 3a minus 4b should equal 1, 0, 0, 1. So let's multiply out and see what we get. When I multiply this out, I get 3 times 3, so 9, and then minus 4a. So 9 minus 4a. And then on the next row, I get 3a plus ab. So 3a plus a b. Then I get minus 12 minus 4b. And then finally I get minus 4a plus b squared. And all of that, we just need that to equal 1, 0, 0, 1. So what we have here is actually lots of simultaneous equations. We can form 4 equations here. There's only 2 unknowns though, so we need to check it actually works. So each of these cells should be the same as their corresponding number over here. For instance, 9 minus 4a should equal 1. Well, solving this, we just get a equals 2. What about this one? Minus 12 minus 4b should equal 0. Well, if minus 12 minus 4b should equal 0, we solve that and you get b equals negative 3. So we seem to have our answer, but we should just check that the other ones check out, because if they don't, then something's gone wrong. So what is 3a plus ab? Well, 3a plus ab is 6 minus 6, and that's 0. Good, that's the 0 we wanted here. What about minus 4a plus b squared? Minus 4a plus b squared is minus 8 plus 9, which is 1. Great, so that's what we have. So we found out a and b. And so we've actually discovered something interesting. We found a matrix here, 3, 2, minus 4, minus 3, which when you apply it twice gets you the identity, which is the matrix which does nothing. So that's kind of interesting. It's a transformation which swishes things around, spins and stretches, and when you do it again, you just get back to where you started. Okay, so that's all on matrix multiplication. See you in the next video.